Hello and welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to all of my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your presence and thank you for your friendship. I really appreciate you coming and supporting me here and supporting each other, especially in the comment section. I want to congratulate this week's winner of the free tarot reading. And if you have dropped a comment below any of my readings this month, if you're subscribed, be sure to hit your notification bell and be sure to check those notifications as well, in case I've reached out to you that you are a winner. I am waiting to hear back from one of my most recent winners, so be sure to hit your notification bells and check those notifications as I just said, because I will be drawing a new name as well, so just as a heads up. And if you're new to the channel here, be sure to hit your notifications and subscribe to the channel for your chance to win as well, because I would love to read for you. If you're also new to this channel, I do pick a card readings here, so pull up, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather at this table. And today's pick a card topic is all about the person who is secretly obsessed with you. So who is secretly kind of obsessed with you, who can't stop thinking about you, and what are they going to do about it? Are they going to take action? Are they going to stay hidden? So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the Temptation card and the pink flower. Pile number 2 with the Chariot card and the yellow flower. Pile number 2 with the Patience card and the purple flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, it's all about the person who's secretly thinking about you, secretly obsessing over you, and what are they going to do about this obsession? Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the pink flower. Or perhaps you were drawn to the Temptation card, and this is your reading. Who is secretly obsessed with you, and what are they going to do about this obsession? The 15 talks about devil energy, talks about temptation, which you were drawn to. And you can see this big apple. It's a heart shape, but somebody took a big bite out of that apple, and there's a secret wish surrounding you because here is this big chest filled with coins. So you are a physical temptation. They're really drawn to you in a physical sense. This could mean a little bit of insecurity or some type of attachment is holding them back from revealing themselves at this moment, or maybe you are a temptation in some type of third-party situation. So please take that as it resonates. We're going to look here into your reading today. And we are going to start with who is secretly obsessed with you, pile 1. Who is obsessed with pile number 1, please? We have the Empress coming out first. Now this Empress, you can see she has this little secret hidden here. This can speak about fertility and motherhood, but this is also somebody's perhaps view of you. So what they think of when they think of you. It's like everything beautiful about the divine feminine, and there's this aspect of like you leaving a lot to the imagination. It's like they fantasize about you a lot. Because it's like they can only fantasize about what you haven't revealed yet. It's like you leave a lot to their imagination, is what I heard. We have the Judgment. Who is secretly obsessed, please, with pile number 1? We have the 3 of Swords. Along with the Page of Pentacles coming out sort of sideways, we're going to place it like that. Now what's interesting to me about this Page of Pentacles is the dragonfly that's sitting on top of that flower, because the dragonfly is talking about someone who's hungry for you, hungry for success, hungry to make themselves known perhaps, but also speaks to the necessity to perhaps having to change directions in their own life in order to create clearance for you, because you could be that really strong temptation that they feel like they should not approach in some way. We have here the 6 of Wands. Back of the deck is the 8 of Wands, and we have the 2 of Wands. This person has been holding back a lot of feelings for you in the physical realm. Because when we combine the 8 here and the 2 of Wands, it's not just fantasy, it's like a burden now. We've created a habit out of thinking of you in a very fiery way. And this is someone that would wear a mask around you and around other people, especially if there is a third party here, which could be evident by the 3 of Swords. So please take that to your situation. Now the complication of another person could be on your end or their end. It could be a combination of both, so please take that as it resonates. But you're some sort of, it's like this makes me think of a carrot being dangled. So somebody who feels held back by their position. We have the Nine of Cups. And someone who has been very, very passive when it comes to taking any sort of action towards you in the past as well, despite the fact that they had lots of opportunity and despite the fact that they felt this connection. It's almost like they didn't have the revelations about you until after they didn't have the opportunity with you anymore. We have the Four of Swords. Because there is a reality here that stings a little bit, that stops this person from creating the clarity or speaking about you, despite the fact that they feel that pressure. I do feel like this is someone that you would perhaps, there's a lot of innocence surrounding this connection. So there's a lot of desires and wishes and hopes. And even though we've moved into a very perhaps profound moment of our life, maybe we've moved into abundance and motherhood and other sort of investments, there's still this innocent quality surrounding the exploration of you. There's a curiosity that feels very young in nature. It's like we've perhaps moved forward in our lives, but emotionally I'm still back where you left me. I feel like for someone, you may not be in contact with this person at this time. And for others, this could be a work connection or within sort of some dynamic of an institution that you're involved in. So your church, your work, your community in some way. We have the Three of Wands and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So there is a really strong work element here for someone watching. So an institution that you know this person from. Now, this person or you could be sort of a leader or some type of manager, so they may be a level a little bit higher than you at work at this time, but this person is feeling the temptation of wanting to expand with you, but it's like they know that they're having to maintain this mask. It's like you distract them in the work environment and you distract them from their previously invested, like their invested expectations, their invested pathway in life. We're definitely making an influence or creating kind of a dent in that expectation at this time. Who is secretly obsessed, please? We have here soulmate, soul partnership agreement, soul contract. And this person it's not all about fire, but they definitely have associated a lot of fire with you, but they feel a connection with you. So this could be in a sort of a friendship energy at this time. We have the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, and listening to the ego. And we also have here keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, stringing along, and one night stand. And that could be why you are this temptation. Now, if they're not in a third party situation, they're just not ready for a commitment cycle. And so there's this, or maybe you're in the third party, but there's just a reason why they don't take action towards you at this time. They are worried that it's a one-sided situation because they just saw the enabled energy. So they're worried that this is one-sided as well. What are some of the obsessive thoughts that this person has about pile number one, please? What are some of the obsessive thoughts that they're having about pile number one? And we're going to look to see what they're going to do about all of this. Are they going to give in to temptation? Because they want to. We have here, I am creeping your social media. So even if there's a workplace connection, it doesn't stop there. They try to get a kind of a peer into your life. Now this card doesn't even belong in this deck. It's not even the same shape. But I am scared that I've missed my chance with you. You intimidate me and you always have. It's almost like they think that you're too good for them in some regard. This feels impossible, but I can't let it go because it's an obsession. We also have here, I'm ready for a fresh start, but I feel like I have so much to lose if I follow that temptation. The back of the deck says, I am kicking myself, because they may have had an opportunity with you in the past, or they've had more clearance in their life in the past when they first met you, but now things have shifted. Maybe they've moved into a different dynamic in their relationships, or they saw you move into a new relationship, but they are not happy with the blockages. And they do feel like it's necessity for them to keep their feelings a secret for some reason. Well, because you're a big temptation. Who is secretly obsessed, please? We have here, absorbing what's not yours, energetic sovereignty, empathetic starseed. And so when they worry about you not feeling the same way, they're just anticipating failure before it hits them, so that they're trying to beat vulnerability. We have here, I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs and uprooting. And we have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, because they are feeling like there's some sort of deeper connection here than meets the eye. So they feel something special with you that they haven't tapped into in other connections. So you set yourself apart from other people in this person's experience, even if there is third party, but they are afraid of causing pain. They are afraid of kind of looking bad, causing pain. It would cause perhaps an uprooting that they've invested in, an uprooting in family or home that they have invested in. But let's ask Spirit about their actions moving forward. Are they going to take some sort of action? What are they going to do about this attraction they have for pile number 1, please? What are they going to do about this obsession? We have the King of Swords. Libra energy. We also have a very strong Taurus energy here. Fire all over the place. The Ten of Cups. What are they going to do about their feelings, please, Spirit? King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Back of deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in this case, the wheel feels a little bit stuck behind this hurdle with the Seven of Wands. It's not that it's insurmountable here to create change. It's that this person is afraid of change. And I feel like where the King of Swords can create clarity, I feel like this person may not create the clarity that they should create because of their position. Because even here, it's like this vine is attached to the grapes, which is about going out and having fun, giving into our temptations, but it's being blocked by this fox energy, the shrewdness, the necessity to be logical. There could be a family unit here with the Ten of Cups in place that's causing the lack of action from your person, because it's not smart for them to take that action at this time. And so I feel like they will retreat. I don't feel like they're going to take action, especially right this moment. I do feel like there's again, this temptation is real, and it's building up a pressurized system. It's almost like a volcano that's building pressure and building pressure and building pressure. So this could shift and change ultimately. This wheel could get in motion with the actions or the intentions or the baby steps of the Hermit energy. There's a really strong Virgo energy here as well now. But the Hermit does retreat to make a plan. Now this plan involves the practical realm, involves position. So I don't know that this person will be able to move past the planning phase. They are going to find that very, very challenging. So I don't feel like you're going to see any differences in their behavior in the work realm necessarily. They're just going to hold on to that desire. This 8, that 3, it's about holding on to the energy. But I don't feel like they're going to take action at this time. I feel like they're going to retreat with their feelings and continue that retreat. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What is the most persistent obsessive thought that they have about pile number 1 in the bowl, please? The King of Swords reversed. The Nine of Wands and the Strength. You know, the most persistent thought they have about you is almost of a defensive type of thought. It's like they wonder about what would happen if they got caught for their feelings. And so there's this aspect about feeling kind of paranoid about their feelings and being worried that it's obvious around you. So it's like, I'm worried that it's obvious how I feel around you, and they get a little bit paranoid about that. And so it's like sometimes they're intentionally cold around you as a sort of preventative measure after the fact. It's like they're purposefully cold towards you, which could probably throw you for a loop as to how they truly feel. In the bowl today, we have the crystal clear intentions and the bone to pick. So I think about a bone that we have to pick, a conversation that needs to be had. We have clarity, and we also have, well, we have peace twice, but one is sideways. So there's an aspect about you knowing how they feel, or they know how they feel, but not sure how you feel about them, and vice versa, if you can pinpoint who you think this person is. We do have the Queen of Swords with the owl. So you could be an air sign. We also have here love and beloved. And we have the little honeybee. So I think of self-sacrifice and sweet results that await us. We do have friendship and physical energy with the pineapple. In fact, there's an aspect, like a really strong, like physical energy with like a third party situation with this. So we have just be in a surrendered energy in the reverse. So it's like somebody who has surrendered to their position even though they're not really happy about it, and someone that does hold you in their heart space. I also feel like you may kind of know who this person is, or you may also be kind of really attracted to this person too. Oops, it's really shiny today. That is what I have for you today. Pile number 1. If that resonated with you, I would love to hear your story in the comment section below, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit your notification bell, your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content. And then drop that comment below and hit your notification for sure so that I can enter you in for a chance to win that free reading with me. You can also check out my links for Etsy for personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the yellow flower or to the chariot energy here, and this is your reading. Who is secretly obsessed with you, and what are they going to do about it? The chariot energy is talking about Cancer energy, so this person could be a water sign, perhaps you are, but it really speaks about the past and the future and how we get pulled in different directions because of that, because of emotional upsets, and how they can't really move on. There's also this white and black horse, which can talk about the yin and yang and the soulmate contract as well. There's also a mask that she's wearing, so somebody who may have worn a mask with you in the past and now is starting to realize what a mistake that was. So let's take a look here and see. Who is secretly obsessed with pile number 2, please? Who is secretly obsessed with pile number 2? With the Ace of Wands reversed. So they've experienced frustrating delays when it comes to this situation. And there you can even see 8 of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. So thinking that you're perfectly matched. This person feels like you're perfectly matched. You have the Moon, Scorpio. Lots of water energy here. The 6 of Wands. I feel like this person has been holding space for you for a really long time, and I feel like you may have met this person a really long time ago, for someone watching. I also feel like one or both of you may have moved into a relationship cycle, which could include like a marriage, children, commitments of some kind, or you're heading in that direction. And that perhaps is why there's this spark of obsessive energy surrounding you, because they are in this moment of change, this moment of moving forward, or they should be focused on how they've moved forward, but they really feel like there's a lot of unfinished business with you because they didn't take a risk. We have the Fool here as well with the Emperor. Now, if this is not someone from your past, I do feel a secondary energy coming in about risk in the present realm. So being pulled in different directions presently and feeling still attached to you in some way. Again, not taking action in the past. So the message is still pretty much the same. This fear of the unknown that stopped them from taking their masks off, and now they still have to maintain that mask perpetually. And it gets to be hard and exhausting to hold that up perpetually, because there's still, as much as they're holding on to this desire of like unfinished business and closure, they still kind of have this hope in their heart for you. It's like they can't shake it. And so it's almost a crush situation, but it feels like a past crush. Like it feels like you came of age with this person and they were crushing hard then and they didn't take action towards you then. And it's like nothing has changed. I still can't move forward. I'm still crushing really hard on you, despite the fact that I have changed. It's like some things never change. There's the World reversed. And there's the Magician reversed. So somebody who did not take action and perpetuated frustrating delays because they weren't ready. They were really jealous over you in the past as well, but they didn't have any follow through, Spirit says, when it comes to taking the leap then. Even though there weren't as many obstacles in the past, Spirit is indicating. This is a person that may not be in contact with you at this time because they do think about reaching out and communicating with you often. But even that, because of their current position, it feels like a risk. And for someone, you may be dreaming about this person, like presently or recently you may have had a dream about this person where that could be why you sparked this interest towards this reading. It's like you may have an inclination of who this person is because you may have been dreaming about somebody out of the blue suddenly. And you're wondering if that's some sort of intuitive communication coming from this person. You have the Page of Wands. And this person, the reason why they fuel this obsession is this thirst of you, this curiosity that they now, it's like they feel like they'll never get a chance to fuel that curiosity. Because you are still making a huge influence or have a huge influence on this person, even though I feel like things for them are going well in the practical realm. I feel like from the outside you would think that they have it all. But you still influence them with a lot of this grief over what could have been. Because they keep kicking themselves about what could have been. So they live a lot of their awareness in the past when it comes to you. I feel like you knew this person when you were younger. And that will mean different things to different people. Younger, for some, may mean last year. For others, it might mean a while ago. Before there were commitments. When there was freedom. And there's been a lot of sort of delays, and it's like the delays have just precipitated more and more delays, or like more and more issues or obstacles. It's like we're always on a different page. When you were ready, they were not. When they were ready, they were not in the past. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Death energy. And they do feel, they wonder if they've missed their chance completely. Like they wonder if it's too late in the present as well because of the Divine Feminine's position here. Because they're indicating that the Divine Feminine may have moved into another cycle at this time. Here's the Nine of Cups and there's the Four of Pentacles. And the truth is that this person, it's almost like they thought that they would get away with a lot less action. It's like they thought that this connection was strong enough to propel it forward. But they're the ones that created the delays here by not taking action, by not communicating something to you, by letting their fear keep them passive. But now they haven't really adopted the lesson that was supposed to give them about taking action when they feel the impulse to, because they're still sort of sitting with this wishful mentality, but they're still being very passive about what steps they have to take to accomplish their goal in the situation, which still could be connection, but now it feels like more of a wishful thinking because there are practical things that are getting in the way of this connection. So it does feel like it could be in no contact at this time from someone from your past. It says here, not dealing with it, avoiding boundaries. And now they're still it's like they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder when it comes to who's at fault for the state of the connection at this time. So sometimes they go through this period of not wanting to blame themselves for the disconnect at this moment. And they avoided the hurdle in the past, and now they're facing the consequences of that action. So you may not be in contact with this person at this time. They may be somebody from your past. I feel like there has been engagement moving forward in other realms for the Divine Feminine, perhaps for them as well. And so they wonder if it's too late now. That's why they hesitate. They don't want to create havoc there. But they are interested in conversing, feeling uplifted, friendship. So there's an emphasis on friendship from the past, but also them using that as kind of an in the future as well, because they are claiming that there's unfinished business. And their dream is to get things moving. Like their dream is to be able to create some sort of clarity here. I do feel like they could be watching you. I didn't receive the Page of Swords here, but it says watching, looking, stalking, perception, focusing out. It says even gaslighting a little bit. Sometimes when I saw that, we saw the Taurus energy, the Emperor reverse. Sometimes that can breed a little bit of ego-driven actions at times. So that could be sort of how they were in the past. It's like somebody who prioritized their own safety in the past, and now they're kind of suffering for it. Who is obsessed, please, with pile number 2? We have purse. Pay attention to your finances. Now this purse is broken open or piled on its side and all of the coins are falling out, which is the fear of loss this person has if they take action today. So it's like, I know I can't take action towards you right now. I have to be patient and wait for the perfect timing. And maybe I'm too late even. It's like they wonder if it's been too long. But they fuel that message at themselves as a way to procrastinate. because it says someone will try to make you do something against your will, the club, and it's like they're afraid of what's waiting for them. They're afraid of the consequences of reaching out to you, especially the practical consequences. And they're also afraid of kind of the pressure that they'll put upon themselves if they did make contact with you. We have marriage with a ring, and we have engagement. So I feel like there could be commitment cycles that you or this person has entered into. It says here, cup, you should accept valid criticism and trouble, accusations, frying pan, and family matters that hold them back. So family matters from the divine feminine side, but also perhaps from the divine masculine side, because it's like this frying pan is jumping out of the fire and out of the frying pan and into the fire. It's like leaping from one situation into another stressful situation. So they may not be feeling as satisfied as they're projecting their environment to be. And they're not feeling that satisfied there. Like they're just not feeling happy there. Not because they don't have things to be grateful for, but because their focus is obsessively on you. And so when we have all of that obsessive energy towards one focus, it monopolizes that force, and we have nothing to kind of focus upon gratitude in the present moment. So they're just not feeling happy in their current situation or in their current decision or position that they've entered into willingly. Who is obsessed secretly with pile number 2? We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Because now that they've had time and space to have this epiphany or this clarity about you, they recognize how unique you are. But now it's like whatever foundations they've built to create stability and strength for themselves now have to be crumbled down. And they feel tethered from being able to create change. We have engagement again. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And we have engagement multiple times, the ring, the engagement twice. In a perfect world, this person still feels like you guys would be together. In a perfect world. We do have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, and we have free yourself, because this obsession is teetering on too much obsession. It's like I'm thinking about you too much. And it's, again, stealing the focus and creating a lot of helpless energy or apathetic energy in the present moment, which is not allowing this person to really embrace where they're sitting in life. And so they're recognizing that it's starting to become a bit of a problem. I want to get some message cards here to see what sort of obsessive thoughts does pile 2's person have about them. And then we're going to look to see what sort of action they're going to take. Will they take action towards you? But what is some of their obsessive thought, please, for pile number 2? Make you jealous. And I feel like this is a really jealous type of person, to be honest. They don't have a lot of follow through, but they're awfully jealous still to this day. This just feels so hopeless. I'm waiting for the right time. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. When I think of the Seven of Pentacles reversed, I do think of uprooting energy. But I also think about giving up too soon, you know, quitting without the reward of action. Do you believe in magic? This person does think about contacting you. And they also want to kind of ask the question if you feel this connection in the same capacity that they do. This has taught me what pain really is. And I'm a smug son of a bee. And we have the Nine of Cups, which is someone who's like, I want to believe that you feel this as intensely as I do, despite the fact that both of us have been so passive towards one another. So let's take a look here and see about what are they going to do about this obsession? Are they going to do anything about how they feel? There's the Tower. There's the Nine of Cups. We have the Fool, we have the Two of Wands. Back of the deck is the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. This person needs to gain mastery over their fear factor so that they can implement change in their life. And they feel like it is a huge risk to their environment, to their position at this time, and foolish for them to sort of assume that their fantasy could come into fruition. Again, that could be the very action that they have to take in order to take a deep dive and take a risk in this connection, is to just push themselves out of their comfort zone and take action towards you. And there's an aspect of planning surrounding that intention in the future with the Two of Wands and the Fool, but then it gets followed up by the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So it's like fantasy can rule that intention and can cause a lot of practical delays when it comes to actually implementing the steps we have to take to create that fantasy, because they're really overwhelmed by the unknowns. And because of that, it's like you remain a fantasy. Now, Spirit says that if they do take action, it's going to create permanent change for them in tower moments, and that's why they're avoiding taking action. So Spirit doesn't see them, they see them maintaining the obsession and not really knowing how to clear that out, because the only way for them to overcome the obsession is to stop the rumination or to take action upon it. And Spirit says that they're going to continue to fantasize about that option, but not actually take that chance, at least in the near future. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What was the very last obsessive thought they had about pile 2 in the bowl? In the bowl today, we have the Emperor Taurus energy, the Four of Pentacles, and the Strength. So the last thought they had about you, pile 2, is the fact that they're kind of stuck on you. You know, like it's like they're a little bit possessive of the connection, and it's like they're protecting it as well, because you remind them of a time when they had more freedom. You remind them of a time when they were this knight and things were easier and things were more less physically obscure. They had less obstacles to worry about, less problems or sort of things to juggle in life. And so they were just really reminiscing about that attachment and about how they're protecting that attachment, and how it's actually applying strength, or actually applying a little bit of pressure for them to take action upon it. They're also sort of musing about what they didn't do in this connection. We have AU. We have a phone off a hook, so I feel like there's no contact here, but there are things that we need to iron out and conversations that need to be had so we can provide clarity for both of the two of you. Because I feel like you're not even sure how this person felt about you, and you weren't sure that you didn't know that they had such strong feelings for you, that they think very highly of you. There's a friendship aspect with the dolphin and flirtation, but there's secrets between the two of you. And these secrets maintain this desire for reunions is still here, but there's a reality that hurts that creates the stuckness. There's an inability to commit. And it's not that they're stuck in that environment, but it's that they feel stuck. But this person has love imprinted on their heart for you, and they're saying that that is permanent. But at this moment, they feel stuck with that key, and they don't know if they have the empowerment or the strength to power through that. Whether they think they can or whether they think they can't, they're absolutely right. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. I'm praying for you in this connection if you choose to participate in it or pursue it in some way in the future, if you know who this person is. But your guides have just given you some tools today to reflect upon so that you can make choices. If this person ever does take the risk and leap out of their comfort zone to take action. Spirit isn't showing that in the near future, but that's always a possibility if they give in to this temptation. But if you would like to be interested in a personal reading, if you'd like to be interested in winning that personal reading, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below any of my videos this month, including this one. Be sure to check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here on another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the purple flower, or to the patience card, and this is your reading. Who is secretly obsessed with you, and what are they going to do about it? The patience card, the temperance energy, is all about trying to find joy within the journey and sort of making the best out of a situation, trying to find balance, perhaps within a separation or even an emotional separation where they're waiting to take action or waiting for an opportune time to take action. It could also reflect upon someone who's obsessed over you for a long time, because there is a focus of longing and longevity with this card. Up here on the side of the pillar is a star, so there's an Aquarius energy surrounding this as well at this time, and about how you feel far away, or they wish upon you in some way as well as a part of that obsessive energy. So let's take a look here and see who is secretly obsessed with pile number 3. Who is secretly obsessed with pile number 3 at this time, please? You have the 8 of Pentacles. You have the 5 of Wands. I don't know why, but for someone watching, I just heard an intramural type of situation. So there's could be a work connection here, but then you guys might be involved in some sort of intramural together in some way. We have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Who is secretly obsessed with you? Pile number 3. We have the Hierophant. Back of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords, and we have the Magician. I do feel like there's a couple of obstacles here that get in the way of this connection, or get in the way of the possibilities of this connection. This person is claiming they could have a connection to your work realm, but they definitely get distracted in the work realm by you. So whether or not you work with them, they get distracted in the work realm by you, and they have invested on building up something. So this person could be the boss in the work realm. There's an entrepreneurial energy surrounding this person. So they could be the boss in their work realm. And again, it could have a connection to you, or you could just distract them there because they have the ability to think of you a lot in that realm. But I think that there's other obstacles here too. I feel like this person may have moved into commitments. I feel like there could be other people involved on your end or theirs, and that's why they feel like now is not the time to be able to approach you. So this obsession is just this 9 of Swords ruminating over and over and over again about the desire, the competition, the want of you, and not really being able to take control over what they want. So it's like really testing their nerves, to be honest. It's like, it's not just obsession that I'm feeling, it's almost sadness and depression associated with it, and having to maintain the balance of how they feel. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. I almost feel like it could be a mutual sort of crushing situation within the work environment. It's like the two of you are like almost competing with the desires that you have for each other. But there is competition. Like it feels like there could be competition for both ends. So the obstacles could be very similar for both of you, or the workplace could be the obstacle for them, and the home realm could be the obstacle for the Divine Feminine, if you are the Divine Feminine watching at this time. But it's just that there's mirrored hurdles that we have to come through. And this person overthinks because they've placed a lot of emphasis on who you are and this temptation of you. It's like, for them, it's not just that you're beautiful or that you're attractive, it's that you are, it's like in their mind, they've overthought a lot, and they think to themselves that you are something that is meant for them in some way. It's like, what if I made a wrong decision? What if I'm supposed to be with this person? That's what it feels like. And that's what some of this overthinking, this obsessive energy will do to us. It'll fuel all of these belief systems. But on the floor, if I can reach it, is the Death reversed. So feeling really stuck. Because if they act towards you, this person says that it's going to create a huge upheaval for everyone involved, I hear, for everyone involved. Page of Swords. This person watches you within the work environment. Back of the deck is the Fool, and we have the Ace of Swords. But there is this harsh reality that stings how they feel. A harsh reality surrounding the obstacles, surrounding your position, surrounding their position. And there's this feeling of like, I have to go through this now. I can't do anything about it at this time. I'm waiting for the perfect time to see solutions, to act upon solutions, because the reality stings that I'm stuck and I'm not able to commit because they're already in a commitment cycle, or you're in a commitment cycle. And so this person watches you within an environment. I don't feel like it's a no contact. I don't feel like it's in disconnect. I think that it's hard for the two of you to see each other, because, especially for this person, because it just fuels that want. It's almost like there's a back and forth flirtation sort of course that's happening between the two of you. It feels very mutual. Who is obsessed with pile number 3, please? We have May, Taurus being significant. We have Lily, spiritual love. We have Wheel, indecisiveness in allowing your life to amble aimlessly in a period of prosperity and abundance with the Bread. First of all, they think that you're the best thing since sliced bread, I just heard. But they feel stuck right now. They feel the connection between the two of you, but they don't know if they have the strength to go through that archway. They see the opportunity, the possibilities, but they also keep advocating that I know that now is not the time. I'm waiting for the perfect moment to take action. We have haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. And that's why they're hesitating, because they don't want to create havoc for you. They don't want to create havoc for themselves. We have eagle, triumph over obstacles, lion, time to act, and January. And we're in January right this moment. You can even see in January, it looks like a big long nose. I think of Pinocchio and somebody who's lying about their true feelings in this moment. So they keep saying that now is not the time, but that's just the fear factor that's imposing itself upon them. Because in order for us to overcome our hurdles, we can't wait for perfect timing. We have to make perfect timing with our intentions and our thoughts and our actions, and we have to do things afraid. We do have man, dealing with a relationship with a man on the back of the deck here. Now, I do feel like you also think highly of this person. Who is... They have very boss-like energy, to be honest. They feel very authoritative and very creative style type of person, and very smart with how they've executed that creativity in their work environment. We have here kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love, but the sword and the rose, clarity, and it came reversed. Truth, revelation, solidarity, force, and honor. I almost saw humor on this. So this could be somebody that actually makes you laugh within the work environment too. And somebody who is interested in giving affection, but somebody who would give you some type of affection, but I don't feel like it's physical, but they would make you feel special in that environment. And then they would overthink about that. If they were kind to you, if they spoke kindly to you, or if they were generous with you in some way, then they overthink about what they say when they're in your presence, because they want to talk with you more. It says awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering, and they're interested in talking more, but sometimes they overthink with putting their foot in their mouth during your exchanges. So I feel like you guys are actively not dating, but I think you see each other in the environment that they know you. There's could not just be the work environment. This could be a school environment, some sort of institution that you know them from. Who is secretly obsessed with pile number 3, please? We have chemistry. There is an insane attraction here. Very strong magnetic attraction between the two of you. But they do feel like you have the upper hand if you're the divine feminine. We have here honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. It came in the reverse. And when I see that card, I always think about whisking you off to a place where nobody knows us. It's like, let's go to a place where nobody knows us and we can be together ourselves. We can take masks off. So this is somebody who could be attached, or you could be attached, and they just want to go to a place where nobody knows both of you. We do have finances and career are a factor right now in this connection. So again, a workplace involvement or a student situation, but this person may hold a position of authority. Let's get some messages here about what their current thoughts are when it comes to this obsession. So what are some of these obsessive thoughts that they have about pile number 3, please? I don't know if I'm strong enough. My strength is reversed. I don't know if I'm strong enough. And do I know you from somewhere? Because I'm too afraid to talk. So they are emphasizing masks and being afraid to look bad in their environment too. I just saw happiness as my priority. They are afraid to look bad. I need time for me. The 4 of Pentacles reversed. This person is really concerned about what they've built for themselves as far as reputation and environment. But I would love to have a fresh start with you. So even though it's been a lot of abundance, it's not as emotionally fulfilling as they thought that they would experience there. It says there is someone else. That's not for everyone necessarily, but take that as it resonates to your situation. I do believe there are multiple obstacles here, not just the fear of the unknown, but there's multiple, it could be third party. So they are in this state of wait. It's like, I'm just waiting to see where this goes, waiting to see what happens, how it all sort of transpires. I just want you all the time. Back of the deck says Ace of Pentacles reversed, but it stresses them out. This is the pressure that's building that causes the delay, that encourages them to take action, but then the stress causes them to continue to hold back. Let's ask Spirit, though, about what are they going to do about all of this obsessive thought. So are they going to do anything about this obsessive thought that they're having towards pile number 3, please? What are they going to do about their feelings? About this obsessive thought. And they're watching you two online, potentially. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. They're going to be talking, they're going to increase their conversation quotient. They're going to take more initiative when it comes to conversation. Page of Swords, because they're gathering information about you. And so you may find that someone in the workplace or someone in your school zone perhaps is going to be reaching out to you in some way, or just communicating with you in the confines of that environment. It's like they're going to take more initiative to explore this connection, explore these feelings that they have, but they're still going to be kind of complacent when it comes to actually charging through that gateway and powering through the obstacles. Because here with the Hermit, they're talking about how it's going to take carefully calculated steps for us to achieve something here because of all the complications in place. So it's like it's important that we take things slow and I exercise patience when I'm applying force in this situation. And that's what I feel. I feel like they're going to take some initiative to just communicate with you more, talk with you more, explore how they feel. Here with the Four of Wands, it really emphasizes the protection element of this hood over the opportunity, but it's a pause point. It's like we're taking pause to reflect upon the information gathered. But he's still wearing that big top hat, which means they still maintain a little bit of complacency when it comes to actually implementing a lot of movement or force, because they're going to retreat a little bit to take tiny steps towards change. And they are going to be very patient when it comes to waiting for the fruit to ripen or waiting for an opportunity that presents itself where they can take that risk. But I feel, again, the thought about you is so consistent that it's like they won't miss that opportunity. If there's suddenly a clearance on your end or on their end, they may take action at that time. But let's take a look in the charm bowl, please. What is the very last thought, the obsessive thought that this person had about pile number 3 in the bowl? The Six of Pentacles, the Death energy. They thought about a conversation that you had, and they started to think that they started to kind of kick themselves with what they said, because they thought about a conversation and they've been obsessing over that conversation ever since. They've been ruminating about every detail of that. And as they ruminate about it, the longer that they ruminate, the longer that they obsess over it, the more unrealistic their feelings become, the more unrealistic their expectations about the mutuality of the connection sort of increases in their perception. So they start to believe that you don't feel the same, and that it's unrealistic for them to feel that way about you. And so that fuels more passivity to the situation. And that's just their ego working on them to keep them complacent. It's not a true reflection of the truth of the situation. It's just how they're perceiving it in that moment. But they're really thinking about a conversation they had with you. And it's like they're kicking themselves. Like, why did I say that? Why did I say this? It's like they're going over and over every detail of that conversation. Because when it comes to you, the obsession is now a part of the connection. We do have here the Black Seahorse, which is a symbol of surrender, but he's in this state of limbo. So it's like, I'm not surrendering. I'm not letting go of it. I'm holding on to it. We have From, and we have Dance. Reversed. And I think about the dance energy. I think about that song from Garth Brooks, The Dance, which is really kind of bittersweet in nature when it comes to connections and getting to know people and being happy that we don't know how everything is going to evolve to, because we might not involve ourselves with it overall. So it's like a disappointment energy, but it's bittersweet. We have the Happy Cloud. And I think, and it's a happy cloud because they're anticipating delays, but it's like I'm willingly holding on and anticipating this delay. We have 2 guitar picks, so there could be some sort of mutual interest that the two of you share. It could be some sort of intramural sport, because I heard intramural earlier, some type of musical connection too. We have Live Your Dream reversed, and we do have a dime from 2014, and I do think about, it was reversed, I do think about the 10th of every month or October. I also think about no closure, a lack of clarity between the two of you. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section. And if you do subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell and drop that comment, be sure to check your notifications, because I will be drawing a new name for the free tarot reading. So be sure to drop that comment and hit your notification bell if you would like to be entered. You can also check out my link for personal reading below if you feel called to, from my Etsy account. But ultimately, I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.